Hello once again, welcome to another episode of Frontier Survival. Today we're going to do a little fire demonstration with a ferro rod and a Bic lighter, so stick with me. Alright, thanks for staying with me. Like I said earlier, we're going to do a little fire demonstration using a ferro rod and a Bic lighter. First, we're going to talk about what we're going to use as a fire starter. And a lot of people talk about this on the different bushcraft and survival YouTube channels. And what I'm talking about is fatwood. And what fatwood is just wood from pine trees, evergreens, where an evergreen or pine tree dies. All the resin pulls into the branches, and you can cut those branches off. And a lot of times, if you smell that turpentine smell, you know you got good resin and good fatwood. And that resin acts like a good fire starter and a good extender to get a fire going because of that resin. And another thing is, we're also going to talk about is a DIY fire starter. And what that is just a cotton ball and petroleum jelly. And of course, petroleum jelly kind of acts just like the resin, where it's oil based. It'll stay lit longer to let you throw kindling and more tinder and stuff on top of it to where you can get a good fire going. So let's get down here and see what we can get going. All right, we got us down here on ground view so we can see this fire up close and personal. We got our fatwood, we got our cotton ball, we got our ferro rod, and somewhere there is our 90-degree spine to shave some fatwood with on our old hickory butcher knife. And then we have our Bic lighter. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Bic lighter. Now, there's all kinds of different methods of starting a fire primitively with the hand drill, the bowl drill, or even flint and steel and char cloth. There's all kinds of different natural tinders out there, birch bark, chaga, and even, like I said, the fatwood. But I also think that, and there's all kinds of DIY materials that you can use as a fire starter. There's different things you can buy and purchase as a fire starter. But my personal opinion, when it comes to using some type of implement to start the fire, I think as far as in a survival situation, a Bic lighter is always the key to have, and always have more than one. Of course, you always can carry a ferro rod with you in your kit, and flint and steel, and different things like that. But always make sure you have a Bic lighter, in my opinion. Now we'll go ahead and start this, see what we can do with this fatwood as far as getting a fire. And it's always good to use a 90-degree spine on a knife to shave little particles and different pieces to see what you can get going. So we'll go ahead and start using this spine to get some good pile of fatwood here. Ever so often to get some prominent shavings. Pile this up here a little bit so we don't lose it. Shave a little more. Alright, now that we got that there, we'll go ahead and get our ferro rod and see what we can do with this. And there you see it. There's a fire going already. Just a couple strikes. And you see, we got fire. You see how fatwood will burn. If you throw a little bit of dry material in there, start getting that flame going pretty good. You see that there? That's not bad, is it? That's what fatwood will do. That's that resin in that fatwood that that makes that happen. Now, of course that fire was out. Now we'll demonstrate the cotton ball. Boom. Right there you go. Already won. Plenty of petroleum jelly on it. Should just be one strike and that's all it takes. Look there, ladies and gentlemen. Right there's a good DIY fire starter. Petroleum jelly and cotton ball. You can't beat it. Now, as we sit there and see this flame there and keep burning, all that tells us is that if a ferro rod, the spark from a ferro rod, which is pretty hot, can do that, then you know when you strike a Bic lighter and hit that flame to a cotton ball or even fatwood, that it's going to go up in flames just as that did right there. So, I mean, that's why I'm saying that a Bic lighter should probably be, in a survival situation, as long as it's not wet, your first go-to to get a fire going. And then maybe the ferro rod in wet situations and so on and so forth. But you see that cotton ball probably burns longer than even the fatwood did, but see, I didn't have as much fatwood as a person probably would need to get a good fire going. But if you throw your kindling in here, you'll have your fire going in no time. Cotton ball still burning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that concludes our little demonstration there on fire starting and different fire starters, extenders you can use. The fatwood, you can find it pretty accessible in the woods, especially here where I live in the eastern woodlands. Find a dead pine tree limb and just whack it off and take a smell of it. If it smells like turpentine, you pretty much got fatwood. And the little DIY fire starters, the little cotton balls and petroleum jelly, well, you know, those work fairly well too, as you can see. I just want to take this moment right now to everyone out there to subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. Give me a like on this video, give me a comment, and we'll continue to grow and learn and do things as we keep doing them. I want to go ahead right now and give a shout out to a fellow YouTuber who does bushcraft and survival scenario videos. His name is Go Bushcraft, G-O Bushcraft, Greg O'Day, there in Pennsylvania. He's got a pretty substantial channel going, and you know, I enjoy his videos. So go give him a look at. Another YouTuber out there, The Adventures of Frank and Tina. Great YouTube. They gave me a shout out there a while back, and so did Greg, so I want to return the favor. So go check those two out. I'll try to get a link in the description. But furthermore, we'll try to get more videos out as soon as we can. We thank you very much for viewing this video. This is Frontier Survival. My name is Heath Ward. And remember, you got to have drive to survive.